3.
My name is Nur Aisha binti Ismail, 197732.
My name is Nur Atira binti Abdul Aziz and 1989166.
Hi, my name is Nur Ediba Amani. My entry number is 198606.
Hi, my name is Mafuza. My entry number is 198763.
So today we're going to discuss about the human rights. That we know the banning of smoking in interim violate the right of people to smoke. The ban can be seen as a form of mistreatment of people's right and freedom. As you can see, 1st January 2019, the Health Minister enforced a smoking ban at all restaurants, eateries and roadside stalls nationwide effects January 1st, 2019. They claim that the law was a break of their right, the right to feed and the addition that kills more than 2,000 Malaysian annually. Some smokers argue that the practice of the lighting up right after eating in public place has become a culture and norm in Malaysia. Some restaurant owner and food premise operator believe that the ban would affect the business negatively. In England, some restaurants believe that by banning smoking in public improve the quality of their food and attraction more families and their customers, particularly those with the young children. Family previous avoid such eating to protect their gross children for the cigarette smoke explode. So what is your view about this situation?
Well, today our discussion is quite interesting. So in my opinion, I agree with this government action where we ban the smoking at the eateries. This is because tobacco smoke is incredibly harmful to the health. There is no safe way to smoke. Even replacing the cigarette with a cigarette, pipe or hookah won't stop to avoid the health risks. As examples, the effect of smoking to the smoker are lung cancer, as smoking puts the smoker at a significantly higher risk lung cancer and common cause of cancer death among men and women. Smoking also can lead to the anxiety and irritability, as the high content of nicotine is responsible for this symptom. So, what do you think, Atira?
I think from my point of view, and actually it is also give the effects on the society, such as we call like second hands of the smokers, and actually I choose for the effects on the pregnancy and the mothers who want to getting a baby or a child. Actually, when they smell the smoke of from the smokers, it can ensure that they go into like harder to get pregnant, because the smoke or the tobacco smoke contains such a number of carcinogens, which is an agent which cause the cancer. It can damage all the body organs and including reproductive organs, which can also give a problem with the placenta of the mother. And from that you can see that the placenta will separate too early from the womb of the mothers, and it just can give like such bad effects of the pregnancy. And what about your opinions, Aisha?
Yes, I agree with you because by stopping smoking, women with 3 or 4 months of pregnancy can reduce their their chance of having a low birth weight same as the normal one. So besides that, some former smokers who stop smoking can live 15 years more than people who's continuing smoking, and can affect their health so that they can die soon. I think that's my opinion on your point. What about you?
Okay, I want to add something at some point. So in my opinion, I strongly agree with the government's step one to ban the smoking thing, right? So because in my opinion, the cigarette smoking causes environmental pollution. It is caused by releasing toxic air pollutants into the atmosphere, and the cigarette butts also litter the environment, and the toxic chemicals in the remains seep into soils and waterways, therefore causing soil and water pollution respectively. So animals and plants also affected. Animals and plants that come into contact or absorb the toxic substances from the cigarette residues are affected as well. So as such, it's not only the cigarette smoke that causes manifold impacts on people and the environment, but also the cigarette butt and other waste released during the entire production process of cigarettes. Interestingly, when people hear about the cigarette smoking, they often think of the health risk it has on the human body. So cigarettes also not only affect the environment, but also the animals, the plants, and ourselves, which is like you have stated. You said that cigarette can cause lung cancer, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is one of the bad health disease that can caused by cigarette smoking.
Sorry for interrupt.
yeah.
So is it if the human also can have the digest or heart? Just now you say lung cancer. Is it the animal also have the lung cancer?
In my opinion, I'm so sorry. I don't know. I don't really know about that because I haven't do the research for the animals, but the cigarettes also, because it caused the air to be polluted, so it also give the bad impact to the animals and plants also.
So far, as we know that the smoking habit is bad for us. So do you have any example or anything you want to add?
I want to add something. As for our information, according to the American Lung Association, cigarettes contain about 600 ingredients. When these ingredients burn, they generate more than 7,000 chemicals. So based from that, we know that cigarettes can produce bad chemicals to ourselves, to the people, to the environment. Besides that, in the United States, the mortality rate for smokers is 3 times more than people who never smoke.
What do you think about that, Aisha? Is it?
Sorry for interrupt.
Yes.
Can I add one of my
Yeah, sure.
opinion
Sure.
also? Okay, I just want to say that if all of smokers out there have their responsible, they have to pity on the mothers of getting on pregnant, because actually when the mother smell the smoke during in pregnancy, it can cut down the oxygen to their unborn baby, which is baby can expose, baby can exposes to the chemicals, and actually it can give the higher risk of SIDS. Do you know SIDS? SIDS, which is this is the sudden infant death syndrome, because it is can causes the infant of the baby their death cannot be found, and it is such sudden. It happened in such a sudden situation. Yes, baby just you don't know what can make they death. Actually, it is come from the exposures of the chemicals by the smoke. Yes.
Oh, there's a new information that we just saw.
So just to interrupt, I want to add some point from my point. Can I?
Yes,
Okay.
sure.
So it's back to the point that I said that cigarette is bad for the environment because it can lead to deforestation. Because the key ingredient in the cigarette itself is the tobacco. So the tobacco is most planted in the rainforest area. So accordingly, it has contributed to major deforestation in the areas where it is planted. Areas where tobacco planting began on small lands are now extensively covering large fields, and some of such places were covered by very dense forests. So if many deforestation happen, so many trees will be cut down, right? So then our temperature will raise. Yeah, and even now the temperature is very hot, right? Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the consequences that the cigarettes give us.
So we can see that smoking is in our generation is bad,
Yeah.
bad habit. So I think maybe we can conclude our discussion.
Yeah. So
Sure.
Aisha, you anything to add on?
I would like to emphasize the ways that citizens can help to reduce the smoking in the area. So I think that councils can help to do campaigns and marketing strategies to promote the benefits of stopping smoking and raise awareness to stop smoking services, as well as encourage smokers to quit. The council should run campaigns and communities engagement work to raise awareness of the harms associated with smoking, vaping and others. Like Amani said, the smoking has 6,000 harmful things that ingredients that have in the smoke, right? So I think that councils play an important role in helping the government to reduce the smoking in the eateries and public places also. Another ways that every food premises owners can display a non-smoking sign that to give awareness to the smokers so that they are not allowed to smoke in the area. And as we know, the government told that they need to smoke 3 meters away from the stall, right? So I think that's a good idea, and it helps to supporting the policies that has been made.
So I want to share something. So government also can make increase price on the smoke price, because if the price increase, they maybe not to buy that. So maybe they don't afford to buy the smoke. So that's all from me.
So to be conclude that all of us agree that we are supporting the government's action to ban the smoking at the eateries. So that's all from us.